In this week's episode of Working with Todoist, it's all about preparing for the holidays. Hello and welcome to another episode of Working with Todoist. My name is Pullein, and in this week's episode it's about preparing your Todoist for the holidays. Now, what do I mean by preparing your Todoist for the holidays? What I mean is moving your dates of your tasks forward to the new year. Now, there's a number of ways of doing this. Now, the reason being is if you've got a routines folder where all your daily, weekly and monthly routines are kept and they just keep coming round on their regular daily basis, now a lot of those tasks will be related to the work that you do. And after all, we're entering the final week of the year, which for most of you out there is going to be the big holiday season. So what you don't want to be doing is having to check tasks off on a daily basis. What you want is to go to sleep, kind of. But you still want to be collecting stuff because even though we're on holiday, we'll still be having ideas. I know I certainly do. Lots of ideas start developing while I'm on vacation. So this is a really good time of the year to remove a lot of those tasks that just come round on a weekly basis that are related to your work and projects that you might be working on. And I want to show you some quick ways of delaying them off or pushing them forward until the new year. So that's what we're going to do this week. Before I do that, I would just like to say, if you like this video, please click on that like button below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. Okay, let's go into Todoist and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so for the purposes of this demonstration, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you my routines folder, but you should really be doing this with pretty much your work folder as well, but it's just going to be easier for me to show you from my regular routines folder. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is all my routines have the label routines. Now, the reason for that is simply so I can filter these out in my daily workflow, which I have up here, which I've covered in many of my videos. So if you haven't seen that yet, I will put a link to the one where I will show you how I do my daily flow, if you like, my workflow. But for the purpose of this one, there is a quick way of doing this though. You can go, well, let me show you the traditional way first. The traditional way is to go through each of these tasks and just move them off until the next till the 2nd of January. So confirm afternoon classes, that's something now I don't need to do again until the 2nd of January. Actually, yes, it will be the 2nd of January. Actually, it's going to be the 1st of January, so I can click that one off and I can do it like this. Confirm Monday afternoon classes. I can postpone that off now until, well, let's have a look. Confirm that's going to be Friday. I'm going to move that off till Friday the 4th, and so on. I can go through it like that, and that's going to take quite a long time to do, but this is one of the ways that you can do it. There is another way where you can get all your tasks though, and that's using the quick find. So I'm just going to put, there's about 11 days I think, so I'm just going to put 11 days and hit return. And now this is going to bring up everything, like the things I've got to do today, tomorrow, right through until the 31st of December. So I can actually go through this and check anything that I don't need to do. And I actually quite like this way because this is going to, it's all done in one screen, and that's just a really good way of doing it. So that's one of the things that you should be doing. There's two of the things that you should be doing, and as I say, use the quick find. So whether you're using filters or not, or whether you have the free version or not, you can use this version and you can actually just drag in here. So I've got update billings. Now I know that I'm going to have to do that right up till Sunday. As I go through, like particularly from Monday, I'm probably going to be doing like here, I don't need to do that one. That's going to come through. Confirm tomorrow lunchtime classes. Again, I don't need to do that until the 31st again, so I'm going to hit the 31st on that one. So there's all sorts of like things here. I'm now going to be write my Medium blog post. I can consider whether I want to do that on this week. I'm not actually going to do that now until the 31st because I'm going to have a break off. Blog podcast, well, I will be doing that. So there's all these things that you can do. Now the beauty of when you use the filter, you do get the calendar view, so you can send out newsletter. That's actually today, so I'm not going to touch those. Clean back a TV monitor, yeah, I'm going to keep doing that. Clean up photos from this week, I will keep doing that. I've got to clean my Crockett & Jones Eyelet boots, I'm sure enough going to do that tomorrow. And I wash my dog with his medicated shampoo, shower Barney. Those things I'm going to do whether it's holiday or not. Now, this one here, I don't need to do that until it's going to be the Sunday the 6th, so I can do that one. In fact, all of these Sunday ones, apart from weekly review. So now this is where it gets really interesting because these are my work tasks. So I'm going to click Shift and click, and these are all work. So I can do this. These are related to work, which I will not be doing next week, but I will record the podcast. Social media content sheet, and let's have a look. All these things will be done. So these ones here are all work related. I don't need to do those until Sunday the 6th of January. So I'm going to hit 6th of January. And that's going to remove all those. And I'll do the same on Monday. And I can go through it. And I find this is going to be the quickest way. So I've got, I don't need to do that one. So shift click. Certainly don't need to do that one. Podcast is going to be done. So again, I can now schedule those until Monday the 7th of January. So doing it this way just makes it a little bit easier for you for when you're actually doing your shifting off things for the next week. So some of these things are going to keep coming up because I like update billings. I know is going to come up, but I will do that tomorrow. Update FES routines. Again, I don't need to do that, so I'm going to hit command there. And I'm looking at all these that might need to be done. It's just that one, so I'm going to schedule that tour. That's going to be Tuesday. I know that's going to be the 2nd, so that's going to be moved off to the 2nd. So these things are not going to be coming up now on my list at all next week because I'm not teaching English at all. And all I've done is use the filter. Use the search 11 days because that takes me right up to Monday the 31st of December, and I can just go through it with one screen. I can use option click, and you get this option here if you want to do the individual ones or whatever. One more thing before we finish this though is I would strongly recommend that you go into your settings here. Actually, no, I'm going into there. Go into settings. For those of you who really who follow the Karma, turn on your vacation mode. I've got to find it now. Yes, it's in Karma. So turn on your vacation mode, and that means that when it's turned on, your streaks and your Karma will remain intact even if you don't achieve your goals. Now this is really useful if you're using the Karma. I don't particularly pay that much attention to it, but I do like to see where I'm focused on. But for those of you who are trying to collect the Karma points and everything, turn on your vacation mode so you don't get penalized, because if you want to get to enlightened, then you need to do that. And all you do is just go into settings and Karma, and you can set that up. Okay, well that's it for this week. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday season. I hope you all get everything that you want, and I look forward to bringing out another episode next week. So it just remains for me now to wish you all a very happy holiday, and more importantly, a very, very productive week. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you saw and you would like to learn more about becoming better organized and more productive, then get yourself enrolled in my free beginner's guide to creating your own COD system. And if you'd like to learn more about how I can help you, then visit my website at carlpullein.com. All the details are in the show notes below.